2 videos in 2 straight days. It is a miracle, everybody.
It is a miracle.
As is France's victory over Germany, because Germany absolutely pumped them in the first 45 minutes of this game. I mean, there was only one team on the field in the first half, and it was the reigning World Cup champions. Then, of course, the referee found a way to insert himself into the game in injury time, like referees tend to do from time to time, when he called what looked like a very controversial and soft penalty. But upon further review, and I watched it about 10 times, you know, just forward and back, forward and back, forward and back on instant replay, just to make sure, German captain Bastian Schweinsteiger's hand definitely was in an unnatural position and it impeded the flight of the ball into goal. And so by definition, it was a clear penalty, and I want to formally apologize to the referee for putting him on blast on social media. He has the hardest job in sports, I know. It's just, you know. I guess it just felt unfair because the Germans had been dominating the proceedings and they had nothing to show for it other than being down 1-0 to, at that point, an inferior opponent. It just didn't feel right. Sometimes life isn't fair. The beautiful game isn't fair. It's a microcosm, a metaphor for life. Where am I going with this? On the flip side, the French had to consider themselves lucky to be up a goal, especially after their manager Didier Deschamps took a major risk by not starting my MVP of the Premier League last season, defensive midfielder N'Golo Kante, because he does so much work to give the players in front of him, Paul Pogba in particular, so much more freedom to roam forward. In fact, when Kante got subbed in the 70th minute, Pogba immediately pushed higher up the field, then he stripped the ball away from the Germans, and then he sent in a dangerous cross that Antoine Griezmann eventually poked in after German goalkeeper Manuel Neuer made a mistake. But do you guys see what I'm talking about? Do you see how smart and good looking I am? You put Kante in and good shit happens. So he has to start on Sunday in the final. He has to. And if he doesn't, then I will write a letter to the French Football Federation demanding Deschamps' resignation as manager. Okay, enough of my threatening of the French national team manager. My biggest takeaways of the game: the Germans need a legit striker to sit in between the opposing team's 2 center backs and to be a viable option on crosses, especially when they're down a goal, and to hold up the ball when they're trying to transition from defense to offense, because as much as I love Thomas Muller, he's a tweener. And by tweener, I mean, I don't know what his best position is. Also, for the record, I feel the same way about Paul Pogba. What's his best position? But back to the Germans. Without Mario Gomez today, and without the leading goal scorer in World Cup history, Miroslav Klose, for the rest of time, they lack that necessary presence in front of goal that I think would have been the difference in them making another final in a major competition, instead of wondering, what if? For the French, sure they got outshot and sure they got outpossessed, and they definitely didn't create as many chances as their opponents, but what the hell does all that matter if they have Antoine Griezmann, who coolly slotted in his penalty under a high pressure situation for his first goal and was in the right place at the right time for his second goal, which gives him 6 total for the tournament, which as a comparison is 1 less than Germany has for the whole entire tournament. The same amount of games. I mean, that's how well Griezmann is playing. I mean, even if he did nothing in the final, he's still gonna win the Golden Boot as the top scorer of the tournament, and I think he'll probably win the Golden Ball as the best player of the tournament as well, unless this guy named Cristiano Ronaldo does something special. But that's enough from me. What do you guys think? Were France more lucky than they were good? And has Griezmann done enough to be the player of the tournament? Comments, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow for a special Q&A. If you guys want to ask me a question, or if you want to answer the one that I'm going to be asking you, then go on to Snapchat and make it happen. But send me a video snap so I can see your beautiful faces. All right, I'm out. Later.